Hey Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is your tarot reading for April 2025. As the snow. Hello everyone, my name is Darienne. This is Darienne Empire, and let's just jump right into your reading, beautiful Aries, for April 2025. First, I want to ask, how are you faring during eclipse season? If you're watching this during eclipse season, woo! I'm filming this right in the center of eclipse season. It is pretty rough. I was already super emotional. You guys will have, depending on when you're watching this, March 29th is when you're having a solar eclipse in your sign. And so what I'm seeing right off the bat, I didn't really look at the astrology for this month, but what I'm seeing for you guys is there's something about, I don't know if it's that this is going to be your birthday month and you're in your birthday time where you soften during this time, but for whatever reason, I'm seeing that there is a softening happening for you, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And yeah, where normally you're kind of like a fiery red, now you're more of like a softer pink or a magenta kind of a color. Okay, overall theme for this month, King of Wands. Perfect. That's perfect for you. King of Wands is about what you represent, right? You represent a lot of passion. There's even a lot of creativity, a lot of fiery energy. And I would say what's coming to me is either the opportunity presents itself for this month for you to be able to channel that passion rather than having anger, displaced anger, which could be a more kind of shadow side of your sign. With that Aries for the month of April, I'm seeing that there's more of this really balanced ability to channel this passion into something that feels really good to you, something that can actually come into fruition, something that can be satisfying to the soul. Let's see some challenges that you might face this month. We've got the Knight of Cups. I'm seeing some past romantic energy that could get in the way. I'm seeing just some old ways of romance, kind of more like puppy love or even lustful love, which again can be a shadow side of the Aries archetype. And so that could be a bit of a struggle, but I'm feeling just like grossed out. Like, you know, now we are still going to be in, I believe we're still going to be in the Venus retrograde. It's during a time, it's the time, and we're in a Mercury retrograde. So it's a time when, you know, exes come back. And you know, when you think, I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this. Probably the women have experienced this, but, you know, because I feel like women get the ick more than men get the ick, but I digress. So, you know, when you think you're not over a guy and you haven't seen him in a while, I haven't seen him in a couple years, and you still kind of like, sometimes you'll have those like fantasies about them, and then you see them and you're just like, oh no, absolutely not. And you're just like, what? Like, you get such the ick that you're like, yeah, I'm done. There's my closure. Like, I'm good. It's kind of that. So not necessarily that an ex will come back to you, but just that energy. So could be a challenge for you because you might follow it. It might feel familiar. You might be like, ooh, that's, and then maybe you do the deed and you're like, yeah, I'm done now, you know? Again, this doesn't have to necessarily be seeing an ex, but just getting into just that energy of how maybe you looked at past stuff. Now, the more positive things that are working for you this month is the Strength card. Strength card is a major arcana. That means pay attention. Lots of opportunity for strength in your very Aries way. You know, it's something you're very, very good at, having strength, but utilizing it in a way that protects the softer side of you, the more passionate side of you. Maybe even some of that Venusian energy that's going on in the air right now. So I'm sensing strength, but it's not like this, it's not the god of war, Aries kind of strength. It's less masculine. It's actually a much more feminine kind of strength, but still fiery, still passionate. And there is energies this month that are going to help you, support you, could potentially support you in having that strength. And so this, you could utilize these with both of these cards that came up, that Strength card and the Knight of Cups, because you could use one to help you out with the other. And, you could have a strength of not really folding and not giving in to some of those old things. What I really see for you is that the path ahead is so much better than the path behind you. I really see that for you. I see a bunch of junk, and then I see a nice clear path right in ahead of you into the spring and into the summer of these coming months. I see a really clear, beautiful path. It's a path of love and passion. And I'm not talking about relationships necessarily. I'm talking about falling in love with what you do, finding passions, finding something to love. I really see that potential for you this month. Okay, what is the highest potential here? Justice card. OMG. So could there be a balancing happening for you this month where maybe you have had a lot of that more fiery energy and you're now balancing it with that softer, more kind of feminine energy, passion, where we're moving, just kind of tipping the scales from being in your more masculine to more in the feminine. I'm not talking about gender. I'm talking about energy. Everybody has all of them. Everybody has both. Or all three. So the other thing is, anytime the Justice card comes up, this is justice, right? Social justice. This is court cases. This is, if you had a question about court, this looks to be, don't make any major decisions based off of a general reading. If you really want to make major decisions off of a reading, I would get a personal reading. But this looks like if it is a court case that you've got going on, this will fare in your favor. And so, more positive. I'm getting like good karma kind of energy from the justice stuff. Okay, week by week, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. First week of April, we've got, I didn't even check how many weeks, I'm assuming 4. Knight of Swords. So I'm getting this sense that you, in the first week of April, you do kind of rush into things and maybe don't think so much about it. A little bit of it is excitement. Another bit of it is a little bit of escapism, like you not really wanting to ignore your problems a little bit, but not on a major level. It's not anything that's super consequential to your life. It's not like major trauma. It could be. It always could be, but I'm getting the sense it's a little bit lighter. And there's a youthfulness about this being the Knights. It feels more like the Knights are a little bit more inexperienced than the Kings and the Queens, right? And kind of rushing into things and being excited. So that's the energy I see for that. For the second week, we've got the Lovers card. Beautiful energy. Lovers could mean actual relationships, could mean you having being at a point if you're in a relationship, being at a point in a relationship where you come closer together, you grow more. It's just a very connective week. Or if you are single, you could meet somebody new. Or if you're single and not looking, this is more like falling in love with projects. Remember, I was talking about there's some passion there in the coming months for you that I'm seeing, where there is a potential for you to be able to find something and fall in love with it, even fall in love with life a little bit, which during the times that we're in now is to be able to do that is impeccable. So don't take that for granted. Okay. So for the third week, we've got the Queen of Swords in reverse. So during that third week, could you maybe be struggling with clarity, be struggling with, sometimes it could be cutting things out of your life that aren't serving you. Could be that Knight of Cups. Remember, we got that earlier for your struggle. But also mental clarity, like cutting out thoughts that don't serve you, cutting out things that don't serve you. That's where clarity comes from. That's what the swords are for. And so there could be some confusion. It's not intense to the point where you've got like a 7 of Cups kind of situation. You've got a Queen of Swords. So there's a desire for clarity. There could be even a little bit too much. Maybe you're cutting too many people out of your life or cutting too many things out of your life. It's like a little bit too excessive to the point where it's not serving you. That's going to be for you to determine. I'm not here to tell you which way or not. And then you will end the month with the Temperance card. Beautiful place to end the month. This is the way you feel in meditation. This is balance. Goes along with that Justice card, right? There's a lot of balance, but it's like an internal balance. It is 1 foot in the spirit realm, 1 foot in humanity. And it's the paradox of being both human and spirit and really in tune with that and in touch with that. So it's a beautiful place to land. Beautiful, Aries. Okay, so let's see for your extended reading, which we will do on Patreon. We're going to look at love and relationships, whether you're in one or not. We're going to look at health and then career and finance. And for love and relationships, you've got the Knight of Pentacles. For health, you've got the 10 of Pentacles. And then career and finance, you've got the High Priestess. Okay, my beautiful Aries, if you want to get that extended reading, you can head over to my Patreon. They're just $3 a video. That is US dollars. And I've just learned that if you do it on Apple, if you download it from Apple, from your iPhone, Apple charges you extra. So I think that if you do it like on your computer or through your browser, that you can skip those app fees. So just know that. And of course, there's like conversion fees if you are not in the US, but it's $3 US. And if you want to join the monthly membership where you can get all your sun, moon, and rising extendeds and you get early access to these videos, then you can purchase that for just $7 a month, US dollar, of course. And that's not including those extra fees that is only on the iOS app. So there it is. First of all, I just want to say thank you so much to my Patreon members. This is a new thing that I'm doing and I really appreciate all the support. We are slow growing, but growing nonetheless. And if you enjoyed this video, definitely like this video, comment down below how it resonates with you, and subscribe if you have not already. And I will see you on the next video. Bye guys.